Let's go shopping! Hi everybody and welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 super delicious dinner recipes that we like to eat. They're family friendly, they're super easy, very quick, fairly healthy I would say. So we're going to show you the dinners that we like to have. The first one is from one of those boxed meal prep things that you can buy called Every Plate. So this is our little recipe. This one is the Southwest chicken and yellow rice bowls, and we just call it turmeric rice because that's what it is. I am gonna go ahead and start cutting up my onion and my pepper, and Taylor is gonna prepare the chicken, and I'm also going to start the rice. And I will try and put all these recipes below so you guys can use them if you want to. But yeah, we're gonna make this one first.
Okay, so I'm going to start out making the rice. I am doing 1 cup of rice. And then like 4 shakes of turmeric. Mine comes out super fast, so I just like to make it until it's kind of a orangey yellow. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cut my pepper. I think at the store it says serrano pepper, so on the recipe it'll say long green. You can get a serrano, and then I am cutting it pretty small into little bite-sized pieces just so it can get the flavor around, but then there are a couple of chunks in there as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my onion next. And I don't use a full onion. We're not big on onions and garlic and stuff, so we usually just like to keep it super chill. So I'm going to use about half of an onion, maybe a little bit less.
Okay, so we have our rice cooking right here with the turmeric in it. And then we have our onion and pepper that we're going to fry up a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and put our chicken in that same one and cook that up.
So next, Taylor is gonna go ahead and cook up the onions and the peppers, and then we'll throw in the chicken after that.
So these came with pre-packaged spices. So just kind of do what your heart desires. We're gonna use chili powder, cayenne pepper, salt, and normal pepper. So
you can see me spilling my rice and cleaning it up, so that's fun. But we're just gonna go ahead and let that cook a little longer.
So while that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and make the sauce. All it is hot sauce and sour cream.
All right, so there are no real measurements for the sauce. I just do a couple scoops of sour cream and then a couple drips of hot sauce, and then you also do a little bit of water as well. I just kind of make it up as I go, and it usually is about this consistency, and it's kind of a light pinky red color. So we're gonna go ahead and dish this up. I like to do my rice on the bottom. I'll do my chicken and veggie mixture on top, and then I will go ahead and do my sauce on the tippy top. And here is what it looks like. Okay, so the next meal that we're going to make is creamy beef and shells. So I like to use the large pasta shells, and I cook about half the bag when I do this. And then we're also going to be making some meat. So I like to freeze my meat beforehand, so that's why it's flat and in a baggie. So Taylor's just gonna go ahead and cook this up, and we'll start those noodles as well. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my onion. This is a sweet onion, and mine did get a little bit bad, so I had to cut quite a bit off of it. But again, like I said before, we're not big on onions. So we just do a little bit, just to kind of throw it in and give it some extra flavor.
So Taylor's cooking the beef right now. So what it says to do is cook it until it's browned, and then you set it aside, but you leave some of your grease in your pan. You're gonna add your onion, so I have my cut up onion here, into the skillet and cook it until they're translucent. And then you can stir in your garlic and your Italian seasoning. I use garlic seasoning instead of actual garlic, and I only use a little bit. And then you put your flour in and whisk in your flour. So this is gonna thicken up your sauce. That's why you do the flour. And then you do your beef stock, your tomato sauce, and bring that to a boil. And then you throw in your noodles and your beef and your heavy cream. And then you put the cheese in at the end so it can melt. And then you serve it. So we'll show you that.
All right, so after we're done cooking the meat, we take that out and we go ahead and throw those onions in. And then we'll do a little bit of garlic and some Italian seasoning. And we will also put in a little bit of flour with those onions just to try and thicken things up. And then we'll do our 2 cans of beef stock and 1 can of tomato sauce. Next, you can go ahead and add in that meat, and then you will put in your heavy cream as well and your shells. Once you get that all mixed together, then you can go ahead and throw in your cheese. And I like to do sharp cheddar, and I just do the shredded kind. And that is it for that meal. Super beautiful creamy pasta. Okay, the last meal that we're having is what we like to call fajitas. They are sheet pan fajitas. So here are your ingredients. We like to use guacamole, salsa, sour cream, Mexican style cheese, and then we do just white flour tortillas. So we are doing 2 red bell peppers, and I'm just gonna cut those in fajita style strips. And then I also like to have a lime as well to put all over the top after it's cooked. Taylor is also preparing the chicken, so next what we'll do is we will put our bell peppers on the pan, and then you can also just put your chicken on there as well. If there are any other things that you like in your fajitas, you can throw that in too. And then I will put this recipe below so you can see my spice mixture, but what I do is I just make the full batch of the spices, and then I'll put it in a baggie, label it of course, and then I can just throw that on whenever we make this meal. I will also use a little bit of olive oil to mix it all together and make sure everything is coated really well with that and my spices, and then we'll just go ahead and throw it in the oven. I am also making myself a delicious Coke and lime drink, so that's what I'm doing for Taylor and I to match this meal. So after we take that out of the oven, we're just gonna go ahead and prepare our tortillas. Okay, so that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and comment down below if you guys have any staple recipes that you guys love.